In Chapter 3 of Doctor Who Flux, we were introduced to the underhand, corrupt and vile Grand Serpent, who arranges for the murders of his political enemies, and when someone whistleblows against him, makes sure he's punished with a grueling new assignment, out of the way and far away from loved ones. And in Chapter 5, he turns up on Earth in the 1950s and 1960s and the 21st century, ingraining himself into a position of power within U.N.I.T from its very origins. So, who is he really? Let's take a look at a few possibilities.
What did you say?
Hi, I'm Phil, welcome to my channel where I talk about all the pop culture I like and consume, including things like Star Trek, the MCU, and of course Doctor Who. As well as reviewing each new episode every week, I've been trying to get a theory video out each week as well relating to this current series. So we've already got some answers to some of them. Others, we're still waiting on the real answers. For all I know, it may only be days until the theories in this video are either debunked or one of them proved correct, but I'm still going to have some fun speculating. Don't forget to let me know your own theories to the Grand Serpent's identity below. So the first option, I think, is the Master. Could it be the Master? The deceitful nature and posing as someone else certainly fits the Master's MO, and while in most incarnations the Master doesn't have any link to snakes, there was that time in the TV movie where his remains turned into a translucent snake creature and inhabited a poor ambulance driver's body. He could even spit some kind of mucus that had mind control properties. So maybe, after Sacha Dhawan's version of the Master escaped the explosion on Gallifrey at the end of the last series, he was so injured that he died, similarly to the TV movie, and turned into a snake again. Maybe inhabited a new body, this time maintaining the ability to detach the snake and attack others. It would also explain why he had time travel to hop between the decades, ingraining himself in U.N.I.T, and also how he would have known about U.N.I.T in the first place. He has quite a history with U.N.I.T. Personally though, I think this is the least likely of the theories in this video, so let's look at someone with a more solid snake connection, the Mara. Seen in the classic series story Kinda, or is it Kinder? I'm never really sure. Mara was a kind of gestalt creature. Its true form was snake-like, and in order to manifest in our world, it would possess people, who would then develop a snake tattoo on their bodies. The Mara thrived on creating chaos, which would track with the Grand Serpent's actions on Earth at least. Weakening U.N.I.T so the Sontarans can invade would certainly create chaos. 3. A brand new character. Before I get to my main theory, let's cover the most likely, that it's a brand new character and there isn't any hidden mystery. He could easily just be a dictator of Empire worlds, destroyed by the Flux, and looking for a new planet to have influence over. And with so much else going on in Flux, perhaps throwing any of the other options on this list in there would be too much, and this would be the best option, if a little boring. But if this is the case, what further role does he have to play in the finale now that the Sontarans have invaded Earth? Who knows? Theory 4. Rassilon. This, while not likely, is still my favourite possibility. It ties up loose ends from the previous Moffat era, namely what Rassilon did after being banished from Gallifrey by the 12th Doctor during Hellbent, and I think it fits with what we've seen of the character of the Grand Serpent's actions so far. After his banishment from Gallifrey, would Rassilon really be happy to just slink away and give up aspirations of power? The man was used to being worshipped almost as a god and as a founder of his whole world's culture. No. He'd want to establish a new power base, so perhaps he'd find a growing empire and in a new, younger regeneration, start working his way up to a position of power within that society, until he's at the point we see in Chapter 3 of Flux, where almost no one dares question him and his corruption, all apart from Vinda that is. Of course then the Flux happens, destroying the empire he's taking control of, so discovering that Earth is at the centre of the universe's collapse and that will be the last place standing, he heads there to once again try to grow his power base. And also perhaps knowing how fond the Doctor is of the planet. The snake stuff is harder to link to Rassilon, but Kate Stewart does imply that it's at least partly a psychic power, and Time Lords do possess telepathy, so perhaps he's harnessed that to kill people in that way. What would be his end goal though? I suspect to just try and survive in the long term. He's found out maybe about Tecteun's plan, and perhaps he thinks Earth is the best place to escape the universe's collapse. What do you think? I'd love to hear what Rassilon's been up to after he was banished, but I do think it's probably more likely that it's a new character. Or is there another existing character you think it might be? Let me know in the comments below if there is. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, share it around, maybe hit that subscribe button for more Doctor Who videos like this one. See you soon.